Folks, welcome back to What Really Matters. We're continuing our conversation with Karen Justice-Guard. We've talked to her over several weeks now. Karen, I was thinking off air about the Safe Havens and how you founded it during that epiphany moment, if I may say, in Tahoe. And I'd be interested in hearing how it evolved from your original vision to where it is now. And part of the reason I bring it up is when I think about my practice and how I had originally set it up, I saw a radio show which focused very much on mortgages, the CPA work, trusts, and investments. And then through the community and through my own passion and values and those of my wife, I realized that there was more that we could do with our show. Certainly we keep our financial angle. Fiscal conservatism is here to stay. But we really could give voice to the social and environmental justice that I feel is being neglected in mainstream media. So tell us, how did your vision originally come about, and how does it tally with where you are now?
That's a great question. I think first you have to get a sense of knowing you could make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And that's through your experience, strength, and hope, just like you guys did. And then you start putting into action.
Okay.
And the first was, like I said, it was inspired by Oprah Winfrey, and I had that college class.
Uh-huh.
And it took me 6 months to really get into college class.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote this paper, and I was getting straight A's. And I wrote about my experience ending up on welfare and seeing the trap. And if I just had a safe place, I could recover faster. So with that, I had came back to the Bay Area, and I was working in the restaurant with my dad and had that opportunity with him. And the other side is that I truly believe this is God's program and not my program, even though that I'm driving it.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, it will evolve, like you said. You have a vision and a mission and a passion,
Yes.
and you just keep showing up to that, but be open to the community, how it evolves for the community. And that's what my struggles had been. There was a lot of times through that past you had heard that I had lived, that I had all this negative stuff that I had become.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm walking a path with integrity and helping others and using my experience, strength, and hope to change, that I really needed the media stuff. It was building my character. It was building my self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to see that I had created all these product lines that one day could be like a Paul Newman's that would fund the program. Because if I'm going to teach self-sufficiency, shouldn't the foundation be self-sufficient? So that's what I had done. Now, if I had you guys probably years ago, I probably wouldn't be where the financial realm Safe Haven is today. But then again, in God's world, everything is the way it's supposed to be at this moment, this time. And that I have to accept that because look at who I am today. And the vision is still there. And so, you know, I kind of probably did everything backwards. I created the product lines, I created the income streams, I created the educational programs.
Mm-hmm.
I had gotten a big grant from UPS that every time I got someone's big money,
Mm-hmm.
that went straight into education, designing the program, became a certified welfare to work program. And you know, I keep going back to keep showing up.
Yes.
Every time the social services of welfare reform, I'd be at their door going, can I get the partnership now? They'd give me something else. It took 3 years to become a certified funded welfare to work program. But also I had the community that stepped up, very analytical, that gave me their cafeteria. Then from the cafeteria, I had heard that I was one of the candidates from UPS.
Mm-hmm.
And in December we were awarded the $100,000. And we won that from Alaska, Washington, and our 3 district, which was huge.
Yes.
The other thing is that Varian saw the work that we were doing
Wow.
and then built me a $100,000 corporate kitchen in their facility that was a lockdown and had never done anything in their community in 60 years. And loved the socialness that they could be part of their community. At that time, Rossmore
Mm-hmm.
was looking to bring a complete restaurant in Rossmore, but they needed it to just have a corporate kitchen do it.
Uh-huh.
So they put up $70,000. And that's why I say this is God's program, because 30 years before that, my grandmother was the caterer at Rossmore for their catering, the grand opening.
Uh-huh.
So we made history in Rossmore, that we were the first restaurant in Rossmore. So at that time I had won the $100,000, became a certified welfare to work program, had the corporate kitchen, had Rossmore's outlet for our 6 days a week of restaurants from 6 in the morning till 2, and then we delivered home delivery dinners to the people that couldn't get out in Rossmore.
Okay.
And then we did a Friday night dinner for them, a 5-course meal for like $10.99. They loved it, and everything was high quality.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had a resource center and a manufacturing factory was another welfare design program where, because people come with different needs, and some people don't have an education. And I designed the educational program to fit around 5th grade mentality, that it's called MAP, Make a Plan for Your Life. We address communication, attitude. How do you get from one point to the other? Nutrition, parenting skills, resume writing. So that's how I took $45,000 of the $100,000 and became a certified welfare to work program. And then Varian also opened up their cafeteria, built me a little office in there, and also we booked the area where I could do my life and soft skills. So that went for like 4 years with everything going on, but it was insane. And the reason it was insane was because we didn't house them. So now I had a whole different beast going on here. Yeah, people came, but they didn't come all the time, and I had all these businesses, and they had transportation problems. They had domestic violence going on. They were still using drugs because I didn't house them. So one of the messages I want to say is sometimes it's okay to shut things down and reevaluate it. And it came the time that I needed to take a look at all these income streams, all this training, and out of money. And my sister and I working 7 days a week, and it was just that routine again. That drugs and alcohol was looking like a solution for me again, because I was stressed out. I had no spiritual being because I was working 20 hours a day. My kids were suffering. The foundation was suffering. And I really helping people and myself? No. And then the Varian, they came to me and said, Karen, this isn't working for us. You know, we let you in, we've supported you, they helped me so much. And I needed to evaluate. And so they gave me 90 days, and what I did was I became a mortgage banker. I'd go to work, get up at 4:30, start at 6, cook all the food, get the food over to Rossmore, and at 1 o'clock I'd leave and go and learn the mortgage company business. And within a month and a half I had made $17,000, and I said, oh my gosh, I need to reevaluate what we're doing. And I did that, and then my sister came, and we shut everything down in a timely fashion. And I kept the factory, and then I had to shut that down, because that's when 2.5, 3 years ago, it was 3 years ago, when rates went down to 4.5%.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the time that I was writing the book, Keep Showing Up. And that was the vision, was to change welfare reform, have an all-inclusive pilot. And this was my opportunity that I made a lot of money, that I could start buying houses. And so we called it A Sister's Love, the for-profit product lines, and started buying homes. And we started with 1 house, and today we have 6 homes.
So what we're looking at, Karen, as I understand it then, is a series of programs designed to get people off of welfare. At the same time, the programs were not as successful as they could be because of the housing situation and transportation needs that people had. And then we're now at a state where you actually have homes, so that the program could continue to be a success, and the participants could get the full measure of the program and really focus on turning their lives around.
Right, we got to that point, but what happened is that you need it all under one roof. We had all the homes all over Concord. They had daycare issues, same thing. You need to put it, so now we have an opportunity to come down. We have 98 apartment building in Oakland, in Alameda County, that we're going to be able to bring this pilot in all-inclusive.
Folks, we'll continue this conversation next week with Karen Justice-Guard. Check it out and Keep Showing Up, available on Amazon.com.